You've just unboxed a brand new printer for the office, but instead of an expensive network-ready model, it's a standard USB device meant for a single PC, yet your entire team needs to print to it. In this walkthrough, we're going to physically deploy this device, lock in cost-saving default settings, and share it across your local network so anyone in the office can use it. Before we begin, you'll need the printer itself, its power and USB cables, and a Windows PC where you have administrator privileges. Taking the time to configure this correctly from day one prevents a constant stream of help desk tickets and keeps your team's workflow moving. The first critical decision happens before you even plug it in: physical placement. Dropping a printer into the nearest empty corner is a quick way to guarantee hardware failure down the road. This infographic outlines primary environmental factors. Ensure good ventilation to prevent overheating and keep the area free of dust to avoid contaminating rollers. You also need a stable, level surface. Uneven desks cause vibrations that will misalign internal mechanisms. Once you have a secure location, connect the power cable, plug the USB directly into your PC, and turn the printer on. Adhering strictly to these physical placement rules maximizes the lifespan of the hardware and minimizes unexpected maintenance costs. Because we're using a direct USB connection, modern Windows environments rely on plug-and-play. This means the operating system detects the hardware and automatically installs the necessary drivers. To confirm that the operating system has actually registered the device, we need to open the Windows Device Manager. Looking at this Device Manager window, expand the Printers category and sometimes the Imaging Devices category as well. If the installation was successful, your specific printer model will be listed right here. Next, open the Devices and Printers menu in your control panel. Right-click on your newly installed printer and select Print Test Page. Listen for the mechanical cycle to start, and within a few seconds, you should be holding a perfectly printed test page. By establishing this physical baseline first, you isolate your variables. If we run into connection issues during the network setup later, we already know the local hardware and OS drivers are fully functional. Before we invite the rest of the office to connect, we need to optimize the workflow and enforce a few cost-saving measures on consumables. This image shows the exact context menu you need. Inside Devices and Printers, right-click your printer. Pay close attention. Select Printer Properties in the middle of the menu, not the standard Properties option at the bottom. They open completely different dialogues. This brings up the Printer Properties interface. Under Preferences, adjust the default behavior. To save resources, set the printer to duplex, printing on both sides, and change the color output to grayscale. Once dialed in, click Apply, then OK to lock in changes. By setting these defaults at the operating system level, you enforce paper and ink efficiency across every application automatically. You no longer have to rely on individual users to manually adjust their settings for every single print job. Now that the hardware is localized and optimized, we can open up access to the rest of the team. This diagram illustrates how Windows printer sharing works. Your host computer acts as a central node, receiving print jobs over the local network from other laptops and routing them through the USB connection directly to the printer. To set this up, return to the Printer Properties window and click the Sharing tab. Check the box labeled Share this printer to enable the broadcast. Next, define a brief share name, recognizable to coworkers and free of special characters to guarantee compatibility. This configuration allows everyone on your local network to utilize the same printer, eliminating the need to purchase separate hardware for every desk. At this point, your printer is physically secured in an optimal environment, economically optimized for print jobs, and actively broadcasting its availability to the local network. For your coworkers to connect, they just need to open their own Devices and Printers menu, click Add Printer, and select the custom share name you just created. As a final ongoing maintenance step, make it a habit to check the manufacturer's website periodically for firmware updates. Keeping the printer's internal software current prevents exploits and maintains long-term reliability. By following these steps, you've established a reliable printing station that is both cost-effective and accessible to everyone on your network.